are you guys doing today? I wanted to come on and kick off the new year with starting your new year. And what we're going to be talking about is how important it is sometimes, instead of following the new year, new me on January 1st, how important it is to actually start your own specific new year date, because not everybody can jump right in and go cold turkey just because the calendar date changed, right? And especially after the busyness of the holidays, depending on your lifestyle, you may be needing a nice, good time to recover, right? That's okay. And so instead of beating yourself up about how you didn't start, you're behind, no, we're going to get rid of that mentality, and we're going to accept and own and embrace starting when we are ready to start. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. If you are new to coming and chatting with me, my name is Apollonia Cross. I am a lifestyle and wellness planning coach who loves helping mompreneurs learn how to organize their mind and time so they can create a healthy and sustainable life for themselves and their families. And so, like I said, as you guys are coming on and catching the live with me, make sure you let me know in the comments where you're coming in from. And also let me know, when is your new year, new me start date? And if you haven't set one, no worries. We're going to talk about that. You can take your time to go ahead and figure out what that's going to be before you post it. But definitely let me know where you're at in the world, and let me go ahead and shout you out so I can make sure I say hi and good morning. And so I'm actually really excited. This is my first video of the new year, and this was something that was very intentional to me. Normally, I'm always super, super busy trying to make sure everybody else is taken care of. And then when the new year starts, I wanted to go ahead and jump into, I felt the pressure, in a sense, let me say it that way. So I felt the pressure to say, okay, it's a new year. I got to get going. I got to get myself back in order and blah, blah, blah. And then I had this moment when I was like, no, I don't. I don't have to push myself to get back up to start something new just because the new year changes. And sometimes I have that energy and sometimes I don't. And over the years, and things are always going to change like that, even for you. And so if you are someone, you're finding yourself like the end of the year was ridiculously busy, you had so much going on, you still needed to take out you still got to take down holiday decorations, you still got to figure out how you're going to do everything with the kids, if you had your kids home the whole time too. And that's a whole nother journey, right? But it can be very discouraging when you're seeing out on social media and other people around. Most people, this is that time where people sign up for a gym membership like a couple days before the gym, and they're like, I'm going to go ahead and start. And this year we actually had January 1st as a Monday, which was amazing. For if you're like me and you like to stay very organized and you need things to start on a Monday, I was too ecstatic that January 1st actually fell on a Monday. But if you are someone who life was happening and life was lifing and the math just wasn't mathing, it's completely okay to say, you know what? I'm not starting on January 1st. I'm not starting on February 1st. Like, it's completely okay to not go by the official calendar date. You have the power and the free will and the choice to choose a day and a time frame that works best for you. Now, where we can allow ourselves to procrastinate is when you're like, oh, I'll do it when I'm ready. Well, you're never necessarily going to feel ready, in a sense. However, it is important to be very self-aware and acknowledge, like, okay, where am I at? What am I doing? And how is my family doing right now? Because the biggest difference between a lot of people and what I'm seeing a lot of within just the social media space, and then just in general with different communities, and then everybody has their own goals, everybody has their own ambitions and all of the things. And so you can feel very much that you are being left out, or that you need to be doing so much more than what you already are. But what we have to remember that what people are portraying on social media is not their normal everyday life. And on top of that, you don't know what type of help this person has or may not have to help them sustain the lifestyle that they're able to live and encouraging you to do. And so you have to be very, very aware of where you are and what you are able and capable of doing. Because otherwise, if you do not and you try to push yourself too much, you're going to burn out. Okay. And these are things that we are aware of, but the habit, right? Especially when we're feeling, you might be feeling some sort of societal pressure or peer pressure to start now because you're afraid of being left out, afraid of being forgotten, or any of those types of things, like or maybe feel like you're not doing enough. I really want to encourage you that you are the only one who gets to choose what you do and what you do not do. And so this is your full permission to let go of any of that guilt that you may be feeling, or any frustration that you may be feeling if all the Christmas decorations still haven't been put away. You're still just figuring a lot of things out with school. You haven't had a chance to sit down and really think about your goals because you've been prioritizing just family or what have you. Or maybe you've just been focusing on doing the little daily things instead of having a very strict start goal with strict checklist habits that you're trying to do. Either way, it's completely okay. But instead, I want to really encourage you to, as you're easing yourself into gradually making those transitions, set your date and time that you want to make sure that you're going to really kick it into gear. This is something that I do with my coaching clients and in my group coaching program is when you begin to work with me, I don't have a hard start date. We have at least a minimum of two weeks. What's a week? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. But I give you a minimum of 2 weeks to where we begin to prep. We break down some of these mental and emotional patterns that you've been having to help you, like might have been holding you back from even starting. We go through those things first, and we also assess specifically what are the specific things that you need to be doing to help you meet your goals. And then we go into you actually committing to a 90-day cycle. A 90-day lifestyle cycle is what I call it, to where this 90-day period is where you are actually going to dedicate and put rubber to the road of you doing the specific actionable steps that you gradually started to build and we already talked about and worked on. Now during that 90-day period, you're taking that action. And the beauty about that is the fact that you get to start when you are ready, right? You choose your new year, new me. It's not just the calendar that chooses it for you or society's expectations. And this is something that's really important because when it comes to your self-care and your personal wellness goals, the only person who can do anything about that is you, right? It's not selfish to want to prioritize your self-care. It is not selfish to want to focus on you and what you are responsible for. It's not about completely cutting out everybody else and cutting folks off and all of those types of things. That's actually very toxic. And we need community. We need support. We need encouragement. We need connection. And we need our family and our friends. But this is also where you have to make sure you have the right community to support you and where you're going. You have the right family to support you and where you're going. You have the right input and all of those things to support you on your new focus. And so it's a very different thing that you want to choose to focus on. But again, the beauty of it is you are starting when you are ready and not when everyone else is telling you or whenever the calendar, your planner is telling you you need to start. So, hi, Kim. Thank you for dropping by from Indiana. Okay, nice. All right, but yeah, you guys, so I just really wanted to come on today and just kick off since we are officially 30 days into the new year. I really wanted to really just give some encouragement because there's so many challenges, so many things, and they're all great and fun, but do not fall into the trap or do your best not to fall into the trap of comparison that leads us to guilt and regret and frustration, right? 30 days is when you choose to start the 30 days, not when the calendar tells you. And for those of you who was like, nope, the January 1st was it, and I've been in it to win it, that is beautiful. I love that for you, and I'm so proud of you. All the hugs, okay? All of the hugs. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. But for those of you who are like, yeah, I needed to really get some things around me settled and decluttered and all of that needed a break, and I'm going to start on February 1st or maybe whatever next Monday is. I haven't looked at my calendar yet, but whatever that day is, that's okay. All right. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And I'll be coming on again tomorrow, 9 o'clock around that time again, after I get my kids all dropped off and all that. So, I'm so excited to be coming back on and starting this new live video journey and series with you guys. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about choosing your power word. I like to call power word, but other people can say word of the year however you want to do it. Doesn't matter, but I'm going to share my power word with you guys tomorrow. And I hope you guys come on live and share yours with me too. So talk to you guys later. Bye.